What is up, guys? Just got back from my run on the field, morning run. I mean a real life run, not one of those pretend one that Rackpool goes on. I've been out with the dog. He's fucking driving me mad. He bounces all over, this dog. He never stopped. He's as bad as Rubber-Faced Murphy doing one of his videos. He's fucking bouncing all over. I got him a yak chew from the car boot the other day. I forgot I had it. I put it in that box and I've just spotted it this morning. And they're quite expensive yak chews because they're supposed to last like 3 or 4 days. I thought, oh, I'll give him that. He's fucking rinsed it in half an hour. It's like, Jesus, absolute nightmare. But yeah, we're not going to talk about scruffy little midget Murph this morning because I feel like I've done all I can do with him. I've roasted him. Everyone knows now he's just a scruffy little midget that just blazes a couple crack pipes and does videos off his head bouncing all over the place. And I've pushed him to threaten to doorstep me. I pushed him to have a meltdown and quit YouTube. Spoiler alert, he came back like half an hour later because he needs the attention. This is all he's got, this is his only friend in the world is the other little weirdo from crew, JDP. Apparently they met up and went for a beer. I don't know how he got in the pub. The bouncer probably looked down like, have you got ID? And then when Murph looked up, he went, oh, fucking hell. You're too old. Fuck off. His rubber-faced little mask on. But yeah, I've exposed him for what he is. He's just as like a 60-year-old man that plays dress up in little kiddies' clothes. He does videos in his fucking stolen house that he stole off his brother. And just, it's quite sad, really. I mean, he dresses up in kids' clothes for attention, just muttering incoherent nonsense. And it could apply to anyone. It doesn't even apply to me. He just mumbles about rent boys and blowjobs and just fucking, you get me? He's off his cake. You get me? Fucking rent boys. Fucking. I think what he needs is he just needs to get laid. Because that must be what is on his mind all the time, like rent boys, and that's probably why he's doing that church, so he can get a couple of choir boys to join. But yeah, we've done all we can with Murph now, and I don't want to push him to a point where he like ties a shoelace around his neck and jumps off a frosty box. I don't want to push him that far. I might do a Jardo play video over the next couple of days because there's a few things that I forgot to mention in my last video, what I did about him. And that happens. That's why what I do is when I do a video, I'll write a few things down and then I'll just bounce off it, and work around it. But I forget like 70% of the stuff what I wanted to say. So I might do another JDP video later on in the week, because I know I've got a lot of subscribers from the dark side, so I kind of feel obligated, but I don't want to be one of those little sewer channels just talking shit about people all the time. So today we're going to talk about why I hate drug dealers, and also about that train incident. There's been another video come out, of him going into a barber shop and pulling a knife out and threatening everybody. And it does my head in, honestly. I'm absolutely fed up with it. I did say in one of the videos that I did that if you get confronted by somebody with a knife like that, it can be overwhelming. Your brain will scramble, especially like for someone like me. I've got a fear of knives because in prison I've seen the damage that a razor blade, a knife can do, and it's not pretty. So for someone like me that's got a fear of knives, it can be overwhelming if someone comes at you with a knife. But the best thing you can do is try to remain calm and take your coat off, or take whatever you've got, wrap it around your hand so that you've got something to protect yourself with. Because obviously the best thing to do is try and get out of there. But if you're stuck on a train with someone, because it's happening all the time now, it could happen tomorrow. This one happened on a Doncaster train, so you've got to be prepared. And if there is someone, just wrap a towel or a coat around your hand. The bigger the better, so you've got something to block it with, and just try and do the best you can. But it is happening all too often, and seeing that video of that going in that barber shop, that's what he wants. He wants people to run away and so he can run at them and stab them. But if people stand the ground and fucking rap it out and say fuck, there's a video on. I thought it was brilliant. I think it was in Scotland, and there was two schoolgirls, and they was getting chased by a migrant. And one of the little schoolgirls, she must have only been like 11 years old, 12 years old, and she's fucking reached in, pulled out she had like an axe and a blade, and she was like, fucking go on, lass. That's what we need. Because I don't want violence on anybody. I don't, you know what I mean? I just want to live in peace and harmony like we used to do before we let all these fucking idiots in. And I know there's a lot of people now. And it just shows you just how sad these people on the left are, that they're celebrating because he's not a foreigner. Or, he's supposed to be British, but he's not British. I think he's from Cameroon. He might have grown up in England. He might have changed his name to an English name, but that's not English. English people don't act like that. That's fucking rats, rodents. Whether they're foreigners, whatever, if they're English, they're rats, people that act like that. And we've seen this, apparently he did it, threatened a woman with a knife as well. I went in the barber shop, I'm sure you've seen the video, and it's just sickening, isn't it? And there was a brilliant video from one of the presenters, I can't remember her name. Oh, your fucking dog's farted, you smelly fucking animal. I thought that was Murphy. I thought Murphy just walked in. Sorry. Sorry. It fucking stinks. I thought fucking hell, Murphy's just walked in. I forgot what we're on about now. Oh yeah, this news presenter. She was. She broke it down perfectly. She was saying, right, focus. She was saying, what am I supposed to do? Because she's a woman from London, and just imagine if you're a woman on these streets today. these right, focus. Right, just imagine if you're a woman on these streets today and you've got all these foreigners, these fucking mad knife men, these fucking idiots, these Allahu Akbars and just knobheads running around with blades, and even the broccoli-haired little kids, these little roadmen. And you imagine you're a woman, a vulnerable woman who's just wants to go to work. You can't get your phone out because someone will snatch it. You can't wear any nice clothes or jewellery. And she has to go to work every day, and she has to walk through London. And what if somebody attacks her? And she was saying, what am I supposed to do? I can't call the police because they don't even come half the time. You can't pepper spray anyone because you're not allowed it. You're not allowed to say out about it and criticise it, otherwise you get labelled Islamophobic. It's so frustrating, and it's like the government don't care. Instead of saying, yes, we understand, we can see there's a problem here, we're going to sort it out, don't worry, you will be safe. The same thing what they do with the Muslims. Why don't they do it with the English people, the British people? But they don't, they just pretend it's not happening. And you see that little dork can't saying, well, it's safe as it's ever been. And they throw these stupid statistics because bike seat sniffing's down by 50%. So they start, putting out those statistics, and it's just all false lies and propaganda, and it's bullshit. And people like me that see what's happening, and people like me, like Tommy Robinson and like this news presenter, and can see what's happening and talk about it, we get labelled fucking racist and Islamophobic. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, and people are sick of it, mate. Absolutely sick of it. And what can you do? What are you supposed to do? You just feel left frustrated, and it just winds me up, man. Because I can't see a way forward. The only light, what I can see at the end of the tunnel, is the Tommy Robinson marches, the Patriot marches, where everyone comes together. That's beautiful to see. That's what it should be like. But even that, you criticise it. And it's just nonsense. But anyway, yeah, this horrible little rat. He's fucking... Luckily, so far, nobody's died. I did see the interview with the train driver who was saving lives. I think he took a knife to the head. Just imagine that. Everybody on that train, lives will have been changed now. Ruined. For what? So some little rat can pull a knife out and start fucking being a bell end. What we need to do is fucking need to be prepared for when it happens again. Because, I mean, how beautiful would it be if there was a video of some terrorist, you know, pulling a knife out and running it in a crowd, and the crowd just all turn around with fucking double blades, like, come on, let's fucking have it, you know, and that's what we need. But you're not allowed to do it. You're not even allowed to talk about it, you know, because then you get labelled fucking instigating violence. They're instigating against us. What are we supposed to do? Just sit here and smile like you get fucking stabbed up? It's ridiculous. And it just feels like it's getting worse and worse. This government is terrible. Worse. Oh, God. And it just speaks volumes, doesn't it, when Tommy Robinson walks down the street and everyone's cheering, dapping him up, shaking his hand. And then Starmer walks down, they're all throwing eggs at him and screaming at him and trying to get at him. Unless you're Muslim, and then you'll be cheering him and, you know, he'll be throwing money at you. And that's why people are getting fed up with it. It's two-tier. Treating the English, British people like shit, and for the foreigners and the Muslims treating like royalty. And so it's them that's creating the diversion, I forget what you call it. I always forget that word. The divide. You know, they're creating that. I've never had a problem with Muslims or foreigners growing up. You know, there's a guy around at the shop around here. He's had the shop years. He's a foreigner. He's funny as hell. You know, if people go in the shop laughing with him, joking with him, if you need a little favour, he'll do it. That's what we want, not these fucking knobs that don't even speak English, they don't even like us. We don't want that. So they're creating the divide, not us. We're just reacting as normal people do, as you should react. But anyway, yeah, why do I hate drug dealers? So just to put you in the... to put you where it's at, what it's like, scoring drugs now. You all know my story. I used to be a heroin addict, a crack addict, an alcoholic, a fucking homeless, prison, pretty much every shit experience you can have in this life, I've had it. And what I used to do is when I was a crackhead last, before I got clean from the last lot, and it nearly killed me, I did a cold detox, and a detox from everything cold turkey. It was fucking awful, and I can't believe I survived it. But what I used to do is I'd have a load of beer, because you need beer to function when you're an alcoholic, and I'd have probably like, I would be on like 200ml Valium at least, and if I had the money I would get more, and then I would go out shoplifting and get money for crack. And I don't know how I always managed to get money for crack, but I fucking did. It's amazing, really. And you think about how much money I've spent over drugs over the years, it's fucking scary, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I would buy a load of crack, I'd have some beer, I'd have 100ml of Val, and say like £200 worth of crack. I'm just thinking of the dog farting again. I'd have like £200 worth of crack, and I'd be like, okay, say it's like 8 o'clock at night, I'd be like, this will last me the whole night. If I pace myself, and then you get to like 2 o'clock and it'd be all gone. And when you finish smoking crack, it leaves you in like they call it being wired. It's like it's an awful feeling. It's like a feeling of paranoia. You feel sweaty, you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, and you need some more crack. And that's why people get desperate and start doing desperate things, because you've run out of crack and you need some more. So the people go out and start robbing people. And like for me, I was just a shoplifter, or just a petty thief, really. And I would have to go out like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, I'm going to get money from. I'd have to go to places like Tesco that are 24 hours. And I knew that they knew, just looking at me, I was a big fat mess. Typical drug addict, you could tell a million miles away. The best I could hope for is that there would be no security on, that I could just go in, fill my bag up, walk out, alarms going off, and I could just get away and just worry about getting caught later. So yeah, I'd go and get my money, and then you've got to sell it like 2 o'clock in the morning, so you've got to take a stupid price for it just to get rid of it. And then you would have your money, it's like, right, fine, I can phone the dealer. And then you'd ring the dealer up, there's probably only like one on at that time. And he'd say, yeah, you're right, what do you want? Right, 3 stones, right, I'll be 10 minutes. Right, yes, you're on the outside, you're thinking, what, 10 minutes, buzzing, let's go. But on the inside, you know that it's not going to be 10 minutes. You're going to be there for an hour, just waiting for this motherfucker. And where I used to meet him, he was like a sewage snicket. Because it was dark, it was out of the way. Because if you stood around all night waiting for a crack dealer, the police go by, you know, everyone knows what you're doing. So we used to wait in this alleyway. It fucking stunk and all, sewage snicket, absolutely. Stunk like Murphy's breath down there. and I'd be stood there waiting. I'd go over, you know, I'd be like, right, 10 minutes. An hour later, nobody there, for fuck's sake. So then I'd have to come home, ring him up, yeah, I forgot about you, yeah, I'm on my way. Go back, fucking another hour. There was one night when I was stood there and there was like a tropical thunderstorm. It was like really, it came out of nowhere and it was like thunder and lightning. I was stood there soaking wet, waiting for this fucking knobhead. And then, you know, another hour goes by, I go back, ring up, and then somebody else answers and says, yeah, we're just switching over delivery guys. You know, it'll be about half an hour. It's like, for fuck's sake. So then that's another hour you have to wait, and then by the time it fucking comes, it's morning, you know, night's over. And that's what it's like, scoring day after day, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a day. And these drug dealers, they don't treat it like a business. They don't treat it, you know, they get the powder power and they start thinking that you're better than everybody. And they know that you need to do everything what they say because you want them drugs. And there's been times with fucking little rats who would never dare say out to me if I wasn't fucked up on drugs, you know, getting mouthy. Like, I'd go to the door, be like, get away from the door, you fucking little knobhead. I'd be like, you cheeky little prick, you wouldn't dare say that to me if I went fucked up on drugs. Well, that's what they get like, you know, and they get this powder power and they start ordering you about. And I remember one guy, he was pretty, I forget the word again, advanced for his time, and he used to sell like 3 tenner bags for a tenner. You know, you'd get like 0.3 for a tenner, 3 separate bags, and no one was doing that. And he got all the custom. He fucking wiped out everyone was going to him because he got so much drugs, and they were always good drugs. And it's a simple recipe. If you get good product, good service, you know, people are going to come to you, good deals. But if you're just messing around, just sending people all over and not turning up, and everyone's like, oh, no, I'm not ringing him up because it's too much of a bother. And then they do come and it's shit gear and it's a shit deal. So it's just basic business. But, you know, they don't treat it like that. But this guy did. And he was an Asian guy. And he used to have to go meet him. And he would, fucking hell, it was like going down an assault course just to meet the guy. He'd be like, yeah, all right, yeah, go to this place, then you go to that place, there'd be someone waiting, he'd take your money and say, right, go to that place, and you go to that place, he'd say, what do you want? And you'd tell him and say, right, go to that place, and then you'd go through a hole in a fence, and there's somebody there, it's like, finally. So then, you know, if everybody got busted, they've got to go to like 6 different places, so it was pretty advanced for the time, and he cleared up selling drugs. And the amount of money that you can make from selling crack and heroin is just unbelievable. I used to make, because I used to sell it myself, and it can be overwhelming. I know what it's like on both sides, you know, when you've got people ringing you all the time, you've got to go there, you've got to go there, you've got to go there, and then you've got the police sniffing around, you've got the taxmen trying to rob you and beat you up, you've got people coming short, you've got people nicking off you, and it's just an absolute nightmare. But the money you can make is fucking phenomenal money. It's you used to sell so much stuff. We'd have shoebox full of money. There was that much money, you couldn't fucking hide it all. But most of it just goes straight back into smoking the product. But if you're doing it, like, if you're selling enough, you don't get a chance to smoke it. You'll get a chance to smoke a little bit because you're on the go all the time, but it's so stressful. But yeah, that's why I don't like drug dealers. You know, they have you running all over. They think that they're better than you. And half the time, they don't even meet you. And then you get the little rats what are running for someone, and they'll start dipping into the bags, and you get people stealing out. I remember one guy, I know his name as well, I'm not going to say it, but I suspected him, like three stones had gone missing, or something had gone missing, And I'm thinking, I know it's you. It's got to be you. It can't be anybody else. But I wasn't like 100% sure. So what I did was I planted. There was only him and my mate in the house. And my mate who I used to go to school with, I totally trust him. And I left like a fake fibre on the side. And it was only like half a fibre. It was no good to anyone. But if you crumpled it up and left it, it looked like a fibre. So I put that on the side. And I've said, I'm just going to the toilet. So I've gone to the toilet, come back, and it was gone. So I'm like, right, I know it's you now. And what I could have done, I could have just said to my mate, I said, he's just fucking nicked a fibre him, and we could have just filled him in. But, you know, I didn't really want to do that, because I don't want to see anyone get battered. We're all in a desperate state of addiction, you know. So what I did was, I thought, right, when he rings, you know, I served him up, got rid of him, and I thought, when he rings again, I'm just going to give him empty wraps. And then when he rings back, I'm going to say, oh, that's what you get, you little prick. So I waited until he rang back, and him and another lass called Cheryl, who's she was a working girl, she's dead now. She got murdered in a subway in Doncaster. Spoke about her before. Tiny little lass. She got beat to death, man. Fucking tragic. And she rang up with his kid, and I said, yeah, come so-and-so, I'll meet you there. So I made up 2 empty wraps to give to this kid who'd fucking nicked my stuff. And I went to meet him, you know, get him it. I was waiting for the phone to ring. So he'll say, oh, this is empty. This. I'd be like, yeah, you little dickhead, that's what you get. And the phone rang, and it was Cheryl. She says, oh, you give me 2 empty wraps. I was like, for fuck's sake, I must have got them mixed up. And get her the fucking empty ones by accident. So I says, I'll just come with me, I'll give you a fucking extra one. You know, I've got it mixed up. But but anyway, that's 21 minutes. So that's why I hate drug dealers. That's why if they did it right, they could make a killing, but they're just fucking knobheads, man. They think that there's something special, think that there's something that they're not. They're just fucking little joeys at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm not gonna do no more Murphy videos, as there's really no need to. I've already destroyed him, and I might do another JDP one a bit further on through the week. But anyway, if you like this video, press the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Mange 2, YouTube, Mange 2.